Between the heroics of World War II and the debacle that was the Vietnam War, America was involved in a conflict that has been referred to as the Forgotten War. This Forgotten War is the Korean War, and it lasted from 1950 to 1953. Over 35,000 American soldiers lost their lives, and over 8,000 are reported missing in action. To the families, loved ones, and fellow soldiers of these casualties of war, there is no such thing as a forgotten war. This is one soldier's memory of that time.
I was in the Army for 2 years, and I spent 18 months in Korea. I was in the 62nd Engineer Battalion, and that's what we did. We built bridges, we built hospitals, and that was the second part of my career in the Army. We built at the time I was there, mostly we built what was called the hemorrhagic fever hospital. It was a big deal for everything going on. Over there, it was a big job to coming on. Everybody was working on it. I didn't have to fire guns or anything, but I had them fired at me. We used to, everybody had the guard duty, and we used to, like I said, we build bridges, and sometimes if we were pouring cement or something like that, we had to guard them at night. And if we stayed out, we had to be concealed most of the time, because if we got out, they'd be firing at us. They'd fire at us, but they wouldn't do anything we were building. I don't believe a Korean ever blew up a bridge. And every time we moved, if we moved our things, we blew up the bridges we built, because we didn't want them using our bridges. And they wanted to use our bridges. That's why they didn't blow them up. If we moved in a hurry and didn't blow up anything, they benefited from that. But I had good people in the that I was with. I really did. I can't complain about them. I can't complain about the country. The country was pitiful, living in tents. Probably that's one thing I didn't like at all. Lived in tents, and all the tents did not have what they call winterized tents. You had something on the floor and this and that. We had dirt on our floor. I wanted to get out of there. I wanted to get home. But after 18 months and all that, and then I knew all these people, and a few of them I didn't know. A lot of the ones that were there when I got there had transferred back. I can remember when we were coming home. We were leaving. We were leaving Korea, and we got a boat from Korea to Japan, because you could almost hit a rock with them, you know? And all of a sudden somebody said, "What is that smell?" Somebody else said, "That's fresh air." I had to start all over, you know? I had one or two friends that I had, I was ever able to contact and get along with, and all of them were married. You know, well, I am now, but I mean, it wasn't when I first got out. The formative years of my life, I was either at school or I was in the Army. Positive prospect of this was that I got out alive, okay? A lot of people didn't. No one man can control everything that this country does. He's got a Congress, he's got a Senate, he's got all kinds of people who if they let them go, that's their own fault then. They let them go. The United States has done this for so long, always figured that they were the policemen of the world. And it just came natural to me to just think that's going to happen. And I don't see anything wrong with them doing it today either. I don't think they ever did completely call that an end to that war. They said something when I was coming back on the boat that they called the ceasefire, but it actually just started right up again. And then started up 3 or 4 more places. I mean, what we need is a complete new set of politicians.